Well, welcome back to Soda City Live. Every school year, teachers and educators spend up to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and sometimes more with our children. Not only helping them to learn, but also helping to mold them when parents aren't around. And like anyone, they deserve a break, right? Now, this weekend, local educators will have an opportunity to rest with an educators retreat hosted by the Circle of Rest. Joining me today is one of the founders and retired educator, Veronica Primus, who is partnering with other organizations to provide this event. So glad to have you back with us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You're more than welcome. Now, last year was the first year of the event, so this is the second year. Tell us how the first year went.
Well, I think it went very well. There was an overwhelming response to it. It's strictly a grassroots effort, so we don't have a whole lot of funding and a lot of donations. But the teachers loved it, not just teachers, but daycare workers, bus drivers, cafeteria workers. They all loved it, so we said we'll do it again.
I love that. And for the viewers that don't know, the REST is actually an acronym for something. Tell us about that.
Restorative and energizing support for teachers and other educators.
I love that. And when we say educators and teachers, we're not just saying those that teach kids. I used that as an example earlier, but that's for any level of education.
Yes, if you work with children, whether you work in the cafeteria, the front office, the custodian, a daycare provider, college professor, you're an educator.
Now, this Circle of Rest, is this like the weekend or is it just one day?
It's just one day. Maybe we'll get some funding and sponsors and have a whole weekend.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll see. We'll let those viewers know how they can help, because it's important that we help those that help us, right?
Yes.
And with this this day of rest or this retreat, what can attendees expect?
Okay, we want to give them a total experience where they will be treated with the utmost of care, from a delicious meal to massages and facials, interesting speakers, inspirational speakers, restorative movement class, presenters from all walks of life that will talk about It Starts in the Heart with Hal Price. We have Dr. Monica Scott, who will talk about the importance and connection overall to the state and how we, as educators, we all contribute to growing our next crop of citizens.
And, you know, as a former educator, you and a founder of this organization, you understand just how important it is that teachers are cared for in this way. So the fact that you're one of the founders, it's like it takes one to know one. So it's like, I know what you need because I know what I needed.
Yes.
What has been the response from educators that have come out to the past events?
Well, you know they need this break because we do focus on mental health, is what I should say. The primary goal is to give a break and help teachers to understand there are resources for mental health. We have two experienced mental health therapists who are going to be there and do a workshop as well. Teachers are self-sacrificing. We don't always admit when we need help or seek help. And that's what I know as an educator myself. So we're trying to help them understand it's okay, because they rather would just walk away from the job. And we're trying to say, no, don't do that. Take a moment, take a breath, and let's see how we can help you. So there aren't a lot of agencies focused on that, and not a lot of funding available for that. So we as a community felt like we know what's needed. Because most of our community members are retired educators. So we want to give back.
I love it. And it's so encouraging to know that there's someone out there thinking of you and your hard work and your sacrifices. I think of some of the things that educators did when I was in elementary school. I had a teacher who apparently in kindergarten, I left a lot of my work in her class, and up until the 3rd grade, she would come visit me every year and, hey, Sierra, you left this, you left this. And I'm like, this many years later? But sometimes I don't think people realize not only do our educators affect us and impact us as students, but us just being students, sometimes our stories connect with the teachers as well.
Yes.
But I do want us to get to the details for anyone that's wanting to sign up for this event.
Okay. Well, we're online. www.circleofrest.org is the website where you can sign up. But as of today, since the event is tomorrow, if anyone is listening and want to participate, please email me, circleofrest@gmail.com. R.E.S.T.E.com because they'll be able to come free on scholarship.
Awesome.
We did get some last minute donations, and we don't want to turn people away because if you go through the website, you have to pay, though we do need that.
Right.
But really, if you're an educator in any form and you want to come, email me immediately so that I'll have a count of how many people.
Right.
But we want to, the purpose is to give back, and we are seeking donations and sponsors maybe for future events. But I had one business person who had money to give, but he said, but this doesn't help children. I want to say that because if you don't help the teachers in the classroom, even the custodian and the cafeteria workers and bus driver, then where are the children? What will happen to the children? So our mission is to focus on those people who are giving every day of their lives. We take work home. Our families are impacted by our work, yet we get very little support.
Right. And to add to your point, so yes, helping the teachers helps the students.
Yes,
you want a teacher
you.
that's alert on their game and mentally healthy. So if someone is wanting to donate, not just to any events, but if they want to donate to Circle of R.E.S.T.E in general, how can they do that?
Online, circleofrest.org. Everything is there. Or, I don't know if you have my phone number up there, but it's 803-719-1871. 719-1871.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And we'll have all these details on our website, SodaCityLive.com, later on today. So stick with us. We have much more Soda City Live coming up next.